look, man, like the reason he's doing that, he's like that whole like sniffing act when he's talking. He's been doing Adderall for a good long fucking time. Like he is.
Yeah, I've heard
Like
that.
he's done it to the point that he's like lost control of his bowels. He's like me and like other people that worked on that show. He's like we would call it the literal shit show just because like he would wear diapers. We would all smell it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oof. That's no fun.
And here's the thing, like he's been talking about this for fucking years, and I'm believing the guy because of a very important thing, and that is Trump hasn't fucking sued him. Like you think about it, like Trump
Oh, I
sues,
see what you. Yeah, okay.
he sues everybody, but it's not only that, but like let's say Trump does sue him. Like the guy signed an NDA, so he could like Trump could easily sue him and probably win it. So Trump would then have to go to court, prove that A, he doesn't have an Adderall addiction, and B, that he doesn't wear diapers. Like, he would have to prove that in court.
Yeah.
But he hasn't sued the fucking guy.
Well, he could sue for, what is it, libel or slander? Is libel when you talk about it and slander is when you write about it, or is it the other way around? I think it's the other way around.
Slander is spoken.
Slander is spoken. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's a
But yeah, he hasn't sued him for those either.
You could sue him for slander, but...
But again, he would have to prove it.
Yeah.
He would have to prove that.
But honestly, he could probably win that pretty easily because he would force the other person to prove that Donald Trump smells like shit, basically, which is not necessarily someone would have to follow Donald Trump constantly.
Well,
and
no, he would. Well, no, he would have to prove like.
Do you want to be a Trump sniffer?
Trump sniffer.
Hi, my name is Bruce. I'm a Trump sniffer. I get paid $12 an hour. I just go around following Donald Trump all day, sniffing his behind. Tell you whether or not he took a shit. Guess what? He did.
Make Trump shit again.
Hold it in, sir. You can do this. I believe in you.
Do you want to make Trump shit again? It depends. There's a low-hanging fruit I just golfed out of there.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But yeah, so... but no, like, to prove that, like, to prove that it's not slander or libel or whatever the fuck it would be, like, Trump, again, would have to go to court and prove that he doesn't wear diapers and that he doesn't have an Adderall addiction.
And he would never do that because, first of all, he can't. But second of all, he wouldn't want to reveal the fact that he wears diapers, probably, because he's so vain that...
Exactly.
That's the thing. Say what you will about Trump, but you can definitely say that motherfucker is vain as fuck. Otherwise, why would he do the tanning shit that he obviously does? Why would he do the hair shit that he does? Why, he really gives a shit about what people think about him. And it's obvious about how he reacts on Twitter and shit, too, when he just, attacks people. Crazy.
But it's just like the fact that there are people that are fucking buying that too.
Yeah.
It's like, Trump didn't lose the there was who was it from the Daily Show, Jordan Clapper. Like there's several videos of him at Trump rallies and whatnot, and it's insane to like see these people. It's a fucking cult. He was talking to one guy. He's like, "Do you really think Trump won the election?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, Biden got more votes. Like he won the popular vote and he won the Electoral College." And the guy's like, "Well, yeah, but you take those votes out of California, Trump wins it." He's like, "Oh, okay, so just take those votes away, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, just take them away." It's like
just ignore.
Yeah, it's like
ignore truth.
Yeah.
Ignore facts.
So again,
I wonder
if
Trump's wife is like, you fart a lot.
Have you been eating buckwheat, Donald?
Maybe she's the Trump sniffer. we didn't know, but all along, she's not his wife. She's a Trump sniffer. That's her job, is to follow him and see if he smells like shit.
Invasion of the Trump sniffers.
We're coming to smell you, Trump. No!
That's it. Smell my essence. Get it all in there. People say that my musk is like a neti pot. It cleans your nose. It's so beautiful.
If you inhale my asshole, it'll cure coronavirus.
Don't give him any ideas. Don't give him ideas.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't. Please don't.
Line up. Oh, man.
He's. So, anyways, getting back to what we were talking about beforehand, I hate people. Like, I have no faith in them.
Yeah, me either.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's so hard to honestly to work in customer service and to really hate people with the degree that I do, because you have to be nice, and like there are just some people you just want to be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's
just nobody cares.
Yeah, like
or like they make shit out to be like this big deal, and it's really not. It's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, like, dude, I would love to see like some of these people like work a year or two in fucking retail and like just put themselves in your shoes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's the thing is people don't put themselves in other people's shoes, and then because of that, you get people who just swap their couches around and shit.
Yeah, you just have people just being fucking scumbags.
Right.
Yeah, like I
think
you
get people like I'm honestly surprised because we have this little loophole that I'm surprised none of our customers have found yet, where like there are certain things that if you call and say that they're this certain thing, like we will more likely expedite the service, right? So if you say certain things, or like not if you say certain things, but if it's a certain problem, we treat that differently. We treat that with like a priority as opposed to other things, right?
All right.
And I'm surprised no one has caught in yet to call in and be like, yeah, I got this problem. And it turns out that it's just like a basic problem that they need. Sort of like the equivalent of your couch swapping situation. I mean, maybe it has happened. I haven't heard about it, but I'm surprised that I haven't yet heard of one case of a customer pulling something like that. Because I wouldn't put it past people to do it. I mean, fuck. It's such a sleazy. It's an easy and sleazy thing to do, to just lie about the level of your. It's sort of like going to the emergency room and being like, I don't know.
I've been shot.
I was shot. Exactly. And it turns out you were like you stabbed yourself in the hand with a pen or something.
Yeah.
Or like you cut your finger cutting carrots or something. You're like, I was shot. It's
or you just have fucking diarrhea.
Yeah. It's like, dude, no. Like
here's some Midol, fucking go home.
Yeah. But like, why can't people just fucking be honest? Like,
because they want to get what they want. They're like, well, this person's in my way. I have to convince them that I need to get what I want.
Right.
If I tell them what's really going on, they're not going to help me.
It's ludicrous.
Like, dude, like people used to do that all the time at my old job. It's like I remember there was one guy. He's like, he's complaining like, oh, the service isn't gonna get. Like, dude was on the side of the road, like in a neighborhood with a flat tire, and it was during the summer. So he's like, oh, it's really hot out here. You guys need to get somebody out here quicker than that. Like, somebody needs to be here in like 5 minutes. I'm like, well, sir, you have a flat tire, correct? He goes, yeah, I have a flat tire. We went through this. I'm like, you can turn your air conditioner on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like the car's dead. It's not like you can't turn it on or something. Like
if the car died, like, all right. Like, I don't think he's going to be able to go into somebody's house and get some kind of shelter there. So, okay, fine. So he's like, no. You don't, talk to a manager, talk to whoever you have to. Send somebody out here next 5 minutes. I'm like, I can talk to a supervisor for you. I can't make any promises, though. So talk to a supervisor because all the calls are recorded. So I don't want this guy to be like, oh, he never talked to a supervisor, because like they can request a call, like a recording of a call, like, hey, can you send me this audio file, whatever it is. So I so I talked to a supervisor. I'm like, all right, here's the situation. Guy's broken down on the side of the road. He's in a residential neighborhood. He has a flat tire, and he's complaining about the heat. I've advised him to turn on his air conditioner. He doesn't want to hear that. He wants somebody there in 5 minutes. And they're just like, all right, well, put it down as a priority that he doesn't have shelter. I'm like, what the fuck?
I hate that customers always write shit. I really do.
That is such bullshit, man.
It really is, because then you create situations where customers like will walk all over you because you let them, and especially if people catch wind of it, it's sort of like doing the couch thing, and then someone gets wind. Oh, if I just swap my couches around, then they'll come out and clean the other couch. Like, fuck you! Like, you're taking advantage of shit. Come on, man. Like, it's bullshit.
Yeah, like I've never agreed with that whole like customers right bullshit, because it's like, okay, so the customer can act as unruly as they fucking want to. They can treat me like the biggest piece of shit in the world, walk all over me, and they're just like, fuck it. Well, I'm the customer. You have to do what I say. I'm like, well, no, you're not the one that fucking signs the fucking paychecks here.
Right.
So,
Right.
first off, customer's an asshole.
I was gonna say it reminds me of the quote from Mallrats, Ben Affleck, like when they're having the back and forth with TS, and TS is like, "Haven't you ever heard the customer's always right?" And he's like, "Let me give you a little piece of advice, okay?" And he pulls him in close. The customer's always an asshole.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yep.
I mean, not always. I get some customers, like I have this one guy who calls in regularly, who I speak to, and honestly, like it's usually a long call because he usually is asking a lot of shit of you. But you know what? He's the most patient dude. Like he'll talk to you about shit. Like he's just a cool dude. So you know what? There are some people who I look forward to talking to him, honestly.
Yeah.
So there are good customers. There are good people. It's just every once in a while you get people who are just like, get out here right now. Why? Because I have an itch. It's like, fuck you. Like, get out here now. Why? Because I fart too loud.
I need somebody to milk my finger. But yeah, it's just it doesn't teach the fucking customer that, like, look, you can't treat somebody like this and get the fucking service that you want.
Right.
Like when I was working at Home Depot years ago, I don't know if I fucking told this story or not, but a guy came in returning a chainsaw, boxes unopened, and he had just purchased it about half an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, well, I want to return this one and get a different one. He's like, and I want a discount because my time is valuable. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me with this.
Oh, man.
So I said, look, if you want to, I can return this for you. You can get a new one. We'll, do the whole kind of exchange here for you. Like, no problem. But I said, it can't just give you a discount because your time is valuable. He's like, no. Listen. My time is valuable. You're going to give me a discount. I'm like, sir, I am not giving you a discount because your time is valuable. Everyone's time is valuable.
Damn right.
Yeah. So he's like, you know what? Call a manager. I want to talk to a manager. I'm like, all right, Karen, one sec. So I call up a manager, and I said, "Hey, Robert, you got a sec?" And I don't remember if that was the guy who I talked to or not, but regardless, we'll just call him Robert.
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right, Robert, can you you have a second to come and talk to a customer at the return desk?" He goes, "What's the problem?" I said, "So he's returning this chainsaw he just purchased half an hour ago, wants to get a different one, and he wants a discount on the new one because his time is valuable." And I just hear him just kind of chuckling on the phone. He's like, God, are you fucking kidding me? He's like, all right, give me a second. I'll be right up there. I was like, all right, cool, man. Hang up the phone. I was like, all right, manager will be right over in just a moment or two. He's like, all right. Manager comes over. Customer explains the situation again. And just in my head, I'm just thinking the Big Lebowski thing. Like, he told me on the phone, where do I fit in? I'm just like, dude, if he pulled that move, man, like I will shake his hand.
You told him. He told me. Do you have a job?
You don't go out looking like that for a job on a weekday. Like,
is this what day is this?
Yeah. So him and the customer kind of go back and forth a little bit and whatnot. Like, doesn't like get elevated or anything. So the manager's like crossing his arms, like just on his head, like. Mm-hmm. And he looks at me, he's like, all right, go get the chainsaw that you'd like, bring it right back here, we'll take care of it. Customer leaves, and he looks at me, he says, all right, just give him a 10% discount. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, man?
Jesus.
Like, you're throwing me under the bus for that.
That's unbelievable.
Like, dude, I don't know, just in retrospect, I should have just taken off the apron and just said, you know what, man, just, you do it. I'm not being a pawn like that. Fuck that.
I hate it when supervisors throw the people who work for them under the bus like that. Because it makes you look like such an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't had it happen to me at this job, but I have had it happen before where like you're telling the customer, no, you can't have this. Because I'm sorry, that's our fucking policy. And I know sometimes we have to like bend shit or whatever and try to give best customer service, but sometimes you can't bend the fucking policy, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And then to get like the supervisor involved, and the supervisor's like, here you go. It's like, well, thanks. Now I look like I don't know how to do my job. I look like a fucking asshole. Like I'm just, trying to, be stubborn or whatever. Like you make me look like such a fuckhead.
Like I'm following the policies that you guys are paying me to follow.
Right.
Like this is quite literally my job. Like, my job is, hey, we will pay you if you follow this, and do this. Okay.
Right.
And I do that, and you're telling me, well, no, we can break this rule. Like, fuck you.
That's bullshit, man.
goddamn